No.
Just try.
Come on.
Doing it.
Just try. Just try it one time.
No,
let's just see how much
do it for once.
All right, you're on. You're
I
live,
have
Kevin.
done it before. You do it. No, Kev, you're the guest. I think that this should be something that everybody should have to do when they come onto the show. This is a great intro. This is a way better intro.
Non-Josh person to do it.
This is the best way to do this.
No.
All right, Eli, you're up.
Keith didn't have to do it.
All right. Yeah, well, you can pull here for bacon, but you best not be mistaken.
For some other league.
For some other league, ain't no keepers, just sleepers, and we're keeping it fresh.
Get the gun on your desk, boy.
Happy toilet paper, and I just don't want you mistaking this for some other league. Lots of sleepers, ain't no keepers. Yeah, we keeping it fresh. You ain't peeping, players creeping. Get the gurg on your desk. Yeah, we garbage talking. Always want some more. Gotta go and get the players with a higher floor. Gotta get a ball, kick up a higher score. Talking eyes on the prize. 44. Boom.
Well done. Off the top.
Welcome to the BaconCast.
Pretty close.
That was pretty close. That was actually no, it wasn't better. I had a pretty good one for Nicole earlier. I have to show her one of these someday.
You can pull here for bacon, but you might be mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even get the first line.
Yeah, I was on the spot. It's fine.
You got to hit you got to hit the key points though,
Yeah.
Get the gurgle. If you can just hit those couple of
Keeping
points.
It fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. All right.
You'll get it next week.
One day.
So we had some interesting things happen. That was a good waiver wire recap, Mr. Gingerbot. I appreciate that.
Excellent waiver wire recap.
But
one of your best. One of your best for sure.
So let's go into week one recap. Oh, let's show all of us, not just me.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, let's take a look at the power rankings, if we will. Coming in at number 1, we got Patty Former Gerg. Mm-hmm. Then myself at number 2. Number 3, we have Turf Burn. I don't know who that is. Is that B-Real or Dennis?
I think it's Dennis.
4 is Jared.
Dennis is Turf Burn.
Okay,
yeah.
Dennis dropped down to 3. Then Jared dropped down from 1 to 4. He's fallen fast. Kevin took a big jump to 5. Then Plum up to 6. Will Honey up to 7. And Mikey took a big jump from last to 8th.
Good job, Mike.
Keith holding strong at 9. Shawnee at 10. Still Team X-Blades. E from 5 to 11. Big fall. Then we got Ted going from 13 to 12, moving up. And then at 13, we have Adam, Papa Big Spender. And
yeah, but these power rankings are before he drafted, the third string San Francisco guy. Expect a lot of movement there.
Right. So, then B-Real dropping to 14. Looks like tough sledding for B-Real this season. He's usually up in the mix, but I don't know what's going on there. Last week we did not do picks last week. Apologize for that.
All right, but I do have to address, though, that I think both of you, I was actually trying to listen to the last week's right before this again to remember, but I think both of you guys and Keith picked Mikey's team to be the worst team. He would have kicked the shit out of all 3 of you this week.
He wouldn't have beaten me.
Yes, he would.
Wait, let me see. Where?
Actually,
he would have destroyed me.
He would have destroyed all of you. So you guys don't know anything.
Listen,
I actually picked
let's
10.
be honest. Not one person in this entire league knows any more really than the rest of us. Okay? Let's be honest.
As long as we're all on the same page about that.
But we all like to brag that we know more. No one knows anything. Damn, Mikey,
I beg to differ. I know quite a bit.
Wait, Kev, what did? Oh, and you? Wow.
And me, I crushed you all. I had, there was 4 4 people that I doubled their score this week. It was just an absolute shit pumping, top to bottom. I just crushed everybody. And you guys were like, Kevin's team, he's never very good at drafting.
Well, Kevin,
we're not wrong. Listen, there was one season.
You can't just get hammered for the draft.
Yeah, was it 2 years ago you actually had a good team? Or 3 years ago?
I've never had
No. You were leading the season
That's
for
true.
most of the season.
That was I think 2 seasons ago. I was leading for like a chunk of the year, and then I had some injuries. And
then you just tanked. Yeah.
I've really found that the less, if you could chart it on like an XY axis, the less I prepared, the better my teams do. And this year, I could not have prepared any less. So it's probably my 44 year, I think.
All right.
I think that's where we're headed.
Maybe. I don't. You might have dreamed that you had a good team one year, because I mean, even a few years
I was number 1 in the rankings, and then I ended up like barely making the playoffs and lost in the first round.
I remember many emails just being like, "I can't believe how easy it is to be better than all of you guys. Please make this league harder." And then you just plummeted, just all of your guys taken out.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
He is remembering that correctly.
I also remember that. I mean, there was more than one time when you passed out during the draft.
That was literally one time, and it was before the draft. And then it auto drafted Eli Manning, who's like one of my most hated players of all time. That was like a total lost season for me.
Oh, that's amazing. Josh, what's going on with your internet, buddy?
While we're on the topic of you guys just being like blatantly wrong about everything, the topic of my manliness came up last week, and you guys were both of the opinion that I'm not a manly man.
Just because you shoot guns doesn't mean you're manly. All right.
I hunt my own food with a bow and arrow.
Doesn't mean you're manly. All right.
I can repair small engines. I drive a pickup truck and a motorcycle. I don't even really understand. I might be the manliest person you know.
I know a lot of girls who repair motorcycles as well. All right, calm down.
I don't know that driving an S10 in college is a manly truck.
I don't really think you want us to go into the primary vehicle conversation when we're talking about manliness. Seeing as how you buy you have a metallic turquoise Jeep as your daily driver.
Whoa, I had a camouflage Geo tracker, mind you. That was
that was a long time ago. And I'm not sure it would have qualified you for manly at that time either. But I just really wanted to point out how wrong you guys are about virtually everything.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, isn't that why we're all here?
Yeah.
Hey, we had good leadership last week.
That's why I agreed to come on for sure.
Okay. All right. So Mikey whooped up on B-Real, and B-Real is down in last place. Ted eked out one against Papa Dong Dong, who just spent all of his fab, and we'll see how that goes.
Oh, Teddy's came down to Monday Night Football too.
That's good.
Barn burner.
And then we had bottom bargain barrel here, Bowberry Biscuits, Will Honey beating up on Dennis Nemchek for under 90 points. Their points combined barely make up what Kevin had.
Yeah. That's sad. The whole thing is sad. When Will loses Christian McCaffrey to CTE in like week 4, his team will like never break 70 again. That's horrible.
And so also be mindful of these matchups, because these are going to be the same matchups in our final week, I believe.
Oh,
all right.
So
cool.
Geez. So that's something.
So I get to kick the shit out of you once again.
I don't think it's going to quite happen. But we'll see. So, Patty beat up on Plum. Keith eked by Sean. They were both shitty scores as well. Both combined less than Kevin's points. Combining their 2 scores. Kevin just went nuts on me. I didn't have too bad a week. I don't think my team's all that bad. ESPN.
Yeah, you ran into a steamroller. What can you say? That's not your fault.
No, it's not.
I don't think you should judge your team based on that. It could have happened to literally anyone because
that's the strong.
Totally. And I almost doubled Jeremy's score, so that was cool.
Right. Well played.
Yeah, and you guys were again when I was listening to the last weeks, you were like, "Yeah, I think Jeremy's got a pretty good team. It might be one of the best."
He does have a good team. I was nervous. His team just shot the bed.
Yeah, it was bad. I am looking though. You guys did not talk about Will's team as one of the potentially worst, and it like easily could be. Other than CMC, his team is bad.
No, he has some. Listen, I love the game he is playing of trying to get all these bargain guys that like might get traded, might get some time. Will is one of my most excited teams because I can't wait to see if he's right on this or if he's just going to burn it down. And in any case, I'm kind of happy for him.
No, I mean, like you're talking like it's not just like a maybe he's going to be the next man up. Like he has like Le'Veon Bell. Like he's literally like buying lottery tickets out there.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to go over him. Damian Harris, it sucks to have it. Yeah. Fournette's washed. Damian Harris, I hate New England running backs. This is not going to be good for him.
All right, let's look at this first matchup of week 2, and we'll go through some of the week 2 picks.
Let me see.
All righty.
All right.
Yep. There we go.
Here we have first. We have Ted up against B-Real, 1-0 to 0-1. B-Real Vegas has B-Real up by 3.5 points. I think this one should be easy in the other direction. Oh no, Teddy's team sucks. I forgot.
Well, I mean, it's not that it's bad. Like Lamar,
actually,
did you guys watch that Monday night game?
I heard it was nuts.
Well, I watched it until halftime or till overtime, and
it was amazing. It was amazing. It was so much fun to watch. But Lamar had 2 turnovers, fumbled twice. But Lamar is just so much fun to watch.
It's so much fun to watch, but you feel like he should have like tons of yards, and he hasn't put up.
I know, and then he has like 50. I know.
Yeah, he hasn't put up over 250 yards in 17 games, so he has the like league record right now for most consecutive games without putting up 250. But he looks like a video game when he's playing. It's just weird.
Crazy.
The stats don't like back it up.
It really is. But Chase Edmonds, all right. Javonte Williams. What did Javonte Williams do last weekend? He and Swift both had like 20 points.
Yeah.
Myles Gaskin, he's putting in finally. Devonta Smith was great. Amari was on fire.
So his receivers are okay. Amari will go really up and down. He may finish top 20, but he's pretty up and down. Logan Thomas had 3 receptions and he got saved by a touchdown.
Yeah.
His running backs do not excite me. He's got a lot of running backs, but none of them are worth much. And he's got some mediocre wide receivers. But man, I don't think these guys might not break 100 combined this week. I'm not real excited about either of these teams.
I'm a little surprised that B-Real's even projected for 93. I mean, these same scrubs put up 69 last week.
But wait, no, he's got Aaron Jones, Herbert, like AJ Dillon is a question mark, obviously, and he's playing 2 running backs from Green Bay. But Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, George Kittle, 49ers defense this weekend, it's not bad. I got B-Real. I think he's got to take it, not even just based on the odds here.
I'm going to take B-Real.
Projections. Yeah.
Kevin?
I mean, I kind of want to be a contrarian here because you guys are wrong so often that it would be like, I just got to go with the other side of you guys. I think that's the safest bet in any of these is that I just pick Ted.
We'll split on some. So, all right.
Well, no, I'm going to try to split on all, and especially if there's a consensus between you 2 knuckleheads. I'm going to go the other way.
All right.
Patty.
All right, what do you think of this one?
Oh, boy. Dude, I'm just calling it now. Fuck. I mean, Pat's team is good.
Yeah, he's going to beat you handily, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't see Calvin Ridley bouncing back. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I think that what you got last week is kind of like what you're going to get out of him.
No, I think he's going to start lighting it up.
No.
They're up.
Josh Allen's cool, though there's some regression there for sure. He got his big contract, and now he's like kind of coasting a little bit. I think you're boned. I'm going to say Patty for sure.
I bet I win by 10.
By 10?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know, buddy. Pat's only weak link is Juju, honestly.
Joe Mixon is
everything
so up and
else.
down. He's injury prone. He's a wild card. I feel like Dalvin Cook.
Else is so good.
He's the number one rated running back in the game for a reason, and he did it the first week. That's ridiculous. Your number one wide receiver is got no quarterback thrown to him. It's like you got fucking Darnold throwing the ball to him. The good dude seeing ghosts out there. No, that's not
number
going to
2.
work out well for you.
But yeah.
Who's his number?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh.
Okay.
You got to make some trades, buddy.
No way. I'm golden, baby. ESPN has me at number 2.
It doesn't matter. You're getting smoked. That's my stone cold lock of the week. You're getting your ass handed to you now.
All right.
Oh, this is great.
Stone cold lock done. Documented.
All right. Vegas calls this one a coin flip.
It does.
Yeah, but the thing is we all know who's winning this match.
Yeah,
everyone here knows.
Yeah, Mikey's going to win.
Yeah,
definitely 100%. Winning.
Yeah, Will's team's ass.
All right, glad we're all on the same page on this.
So Mikey clearly wins like in a landslide here.
I honestly, Will just bad draft for him. It kind of went under the radar. It wasn't really discussed last week, but just pretty much bad all the way around.
Well, he spent all of his money on Christian McCaffrey.
But he does that every year, and it normally works out okay. Not this year.
Not this year. Yeah, he has no one.
I don't think Wentz is any good. I think he has Baker too. I think who he might put in there.
Yeah, it's probably smarter.
Rookie tight end. Who the hell knows?
He has
Jameis washed. Oh, he has Jameis.
Did Cortland not do anything? I guess he wasn't awful last week. Cortland Sutton's just so good.
Mikey made some waiver moves. He picked up.
He's got all the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nice, Mikey.
Yeah, baby. They're ready playing from behind. Got to score some points.
I think people do forget about that. It's like you don't have to be on a winning team. Like you can be a very good fantasy player and not win games.
For sure.
There's a lot of that out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're in, I hate to agree with you, idiots, but I'm gonna go with Mikey on that one.
Oh, I think that's both of you. All right, 0-1.
Ooh.
Big spender versus Plum.
Yeah, so let's see what Adams actually got here. Ryan Tannehill should have a bounce back. Miles Sanders, I don't even know what this guy. Kareem Hunt's great. Elijah Mitchell.
Ooh, Miles Sanders questionable. That might look great for me.
I don't know. It's not a bad team. His weakest link is T. Higgins. Adam's team is really not bad.
It doesn't excite me.
But
no, he doesn't have a tight end.
Right.
Mitchell, we'll see what happens.
Just like only 3 people have a tight end. So outside of that, it's just luck of the draw. But
Plum is in rough shape.
No, I'm putting Plum. I say Plum wins this. I do think Clyde Edwards has a bounce back. Debo Samuel, that's a high-powered offense. I think he's good. Jamar Chase. Kelsey's awesome.
Yeah, he's got 4 guys who can put some points.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with Adam on this one.
And did you guys watch Stafford play? He's like having
It was amazing.
It looked awesome.
Drive.
I'm so happy for the guy. Exactly. Just a bomb. And the guy's got a cannon for an arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted Stafford and I couldn't. He outbid me on him, but he's going to have an incredible year. Yeah, I think it's Plum easily.
I'm going Plum.
I'm going Adam.
All right.
Yeah, I'm worried about Adam.
Josh, are you keeping track of these?
Yep.
Yeah, he always does. He's on it.
Yeah, what
Dennis
are you doing all this?
versus Keith. All right, Aaron Rodgers. Does Aaron Rodgers have a bounce back? And Zeke and Chris Carson put up some points. Actually, he's got a pretty decent looking team. At least in previous years.
Zeke looked very bad.
He did. This is tough. You got Mike Evans and Julio, which are on like the same kind of team. There's a lot of mouths to feed.
Mike Evans could be the the third option there. You know,
I know it's such. He's going to be so boom or bust on this team.
And Matt Ryan lost it, man. Their offensive line sucks. He's getting sacked all the time. I don't think Julio's going to have a good year either. Oh no, Julio's on Tennessee now. Never mind. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Different team.
So that probably doesn't matter as much.
True. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I still think Dennis has a pretty weak team.
Yeah.
But like a year ago, this would be a super strong team.
Well, that's Dennis every year. Like Dennis, remember when Dennis drafted Beast Mode like the year after he retired? Like he always is like 1 to 2 seasons away.
It's a little bit behind.
Didn't Pat draft Beast Mode last year? Or was that 2 years ago?
I don't remember. I know Dennis did it.
It was
Dennis'
like his last pick, and he
yeah.
thought he was playing. It was amazing.
Dennis is always just like a year behind. I bet we could chart that. If we felt like doing the analytics, you could like chart the teams, and Dennis like with this team would have won the year before every year. If only it worked like that.
Are we all going Keith?
I think we have to. I mean, Eckler's going to get work. Chubb, Tyson. Jalen Waddle actually did all right. Mike Williams had a great week.
Waddle looked good. He did not look like a rookie.
I didn't see that game. But I saw here too.
Well, Barkley's not playing.
He's not playing.
I think it says questionable, but all the
he's not playing.
Doubtful, yeah. So
he and Ingram are out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Kirk, I felt like that was a little bit of an overspend. I don't think he's gonna do much each week. He had a good week, but I feel like that's smoke that fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so this is the one where I'm bucking the Vegas is the most, but I think Keith wins this.
Yeah, Keith.
I have Keith too. All right.
Okay.
All right, Shawnee, Team X Blades versus ESPN.
So here's the thing. On Sean's team, I mean, Kamara and Henry, it's ridiculous that they're on the same team. But Terry McLaurin just lost his quarterback. Jared Cook, there's a lot of mouths to feed over there. I don't know if it's going to happen. I think I could get him. I honestly think I can get him.
Man, he's sneaky good here.
I mean, he did nothing in week 1.
Who?
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look at his 2 stars.
Shut down. Terry McLaurin didn't have a week. Chase Claypool didn't have a week. It was a rough go for him last week. But, I mean, that's what sucks is you just think all these guys are going to come back and just fucking dominate. I'm nervous mostly about Derrick Henry.
I mean, you have David Montgomery and Rojo. Eesh.
Dude, David Montgomery, also, both of these guys were 1,000-yard rushers last season. Don't forget that. All right? David Montgomery, did you watch him play? He looked amazing.
Are you aware that Ronald Jones is the 100th-ranked rusher? Like 100. He's number 100 of all the rushers.
After one game, he got 4 snaps and fumbled. All right, leave the guy.
I just don't get why you're not going to put Ingram in.
I'm waiting to figure some things out. Right now, I know that Bruce Arians is going to give him the ball. They named him the starter, the number 1, but I just need to, deal with my sources before I commit to this.
No, you got to. If you slide him in, I think you have a chance. I think you're going to win, actually, but I think you have to make that move.
I know I'm going to win. But this is also a bounce-back week for Rojo, all right? They're going to force-feed him the ball. I can't wait. They're playing Cincinnati. They're playing Atlanta. They're going to be up. He's going to get the ball.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Sean's going to win this one.
All right.
Pretty sure.
So be it.
I think he's going to have you pretty handily. All right.
Oh, we're ridiculous. Best team in the league. Go on.
From the windows to the Waller.
The number 1 team in the league. Top.
Did have a big
top
week.
Of the league.
Mm-hmm. Wow, look at this. Look at all your position ranks. Whew.
A lot of single digits out
there. Can you calm down with this?
Hey, give me this. All right? I never get this. Give it to me.
I mean, Melvin Gordon is the 4th ranked right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, that is.
I also just read here's a next gen stat for you. Fastest tracked player in the NFL last week, Melvin Gordon on that 70-yard touchdown. He hit like 22 miles per hour. Dude's like 30 years old. He's still got the fucking jets, man. He looked great.
Yeah.
It looked elusive too. He looked great. He looked strong and fast. I was very scared about Melvin Gordon, but after that, I'm more scared about Antonio Gibson, who's just going to gets the carries, but he doesn't look that great.
No, I thought he looked all right. He's going to be okay. He had the most targets on the team, and you got this backup quarterback that's just going to be dumping it off to him. I think you're fine there.
Until you get down 2 scores, and then what do you it's all great to have the quarterback dump up till you get down 2 scores, and then they just got to air it out, That one we'll see. Hurts. I hope he can keep doing that every week, man. He looked awesome. He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think Jared's going to have a good team.
He does have a good team, a really good team. Brandon Ayuk, I don't even think got a target last week.
He didn't even he suited up but didn't play.
Straight up donut. I was saying on my matchup, I was like, I got -6. There's no way anybody on this team is going to put up a donut. He had Brandon Ayuk put up nothing. James Robinson didn't do shit. Allen Robinson, he got 12 targets, but he didn't do anything with it.
Right.
It was a really rough week. I think Jared's going to have a bounce back week, but I don't think he's going to beat you, Kev.
I mean, how could anybody at this point? I mean, it seems
okay, fine. All right, I got Jared.
I hate to say it, but I think Kevin's going to win.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying. I think Kevin's going to win.
Eesh.
Now I just want to take that. All right, give me Jared. Jeremy, don't let me down.
I should have saved my Stone Cold Lock. I busted it a little early, but oh well.
You think this is the Stone Cold Lock? You beating Jared?
Well, no, I can't use it twice. I already had a Stone Cold Lock. You didn't beat.
Right. All right. Let's do a little interview time then. It's time for the Gingerbot interview.
Okay.
I need a soundboard.
I can do some sounds for you.
Gingerbot. All right, Kevin. Red hair, freckles, mild coordination, good at fantasy football. Those traits don't seem to go together. Kevin, you're gifted. How are you able to acquire these skills?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm glad to just be in the good at fantasy football conversation. I think spend a lot of time getting made fun of in this league, and it feels good, a little refreshing to be talked about up there in the upper echelon. So thank you for the question is an honor in itself. To answer you,
you're welcome.
I don't know. I'm an enigma. I've got leftist politics, and I have like dozens and dozens of guns. I'm kind of just all over the place. I am a hunter who lives outside of Manhattan in New Jersey. I'm
so
an enigma wrapped in a riddle. So I keep you guys guessing, and that's how I've been my whole life.
All right. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Thanks, E.
All right. I guess I'll accept that.
I didn't know you had to accept these answers.
Always.
I was not aware that this was past fail, but okay.
Each year until this one, you seemingly have by far the worst team, and yet you have never received the GERG. Mm-hmm. What is your strategy to have avoided the GERG for over a decade?
So I think everyone would agree that my worst fantasy football trade is my drafting at consistently bad drafter. I think I am good at waiver wire, fairly good at that. And I always put together like at least one decent trade a year. And if you can hammer those things, you can dig yourself out of any hole, and I have been in some holes. But, you just chip away. And with lots of hard work and dedication, you can get to be the third or fourth worst team in any league. So
you really do. You really are on board with the, you don't win your league from your draft. All right. That's just like the foundation.
No, that's not how I do it.
Later. Yeah, exactly. You're an inspiration.
I could see. It's more of a challenge. It's more exciting for you to just really do shitty at the beginning and then try to work yourself out of the hole.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see some guys in our league that just really like Dennis, like Jeremy. They make like 1 or 2 transactions all year. They never put in for the waiver wire. Like those guys are never going to get better than their draft. That's the peak for them. But then I feel like Josh, you do this, you look at transactions at the end of the year. It's like dozens and dozens of transactions.
Oh yeah.
A lot of waiver wire claims. You just slowly kind of chip your way up there. You know, it works. So what I'm hoping is I normally start super low and I hustle play myself up into the middle of the bottom. And now if I had a better draft, I start a little higher. Maybe I can get me over the hump.
That's decent analysis. I mean, I question some of that with you having 1, if not 2 wins last season. But
I had more than that.
Strategy last season. It was really exciting to watch.
It really was.
It was a journey for all of us. I was hoping we were going to do it again this year and be like, it didn't work last year, but this year it's going to fucking work.
It's to the point where my wife is like, what happened? Did it happen again? Like, are you bad again? I'm like, yeah, I'm bad again. I don't know. She's like, how? I thought it's like mostly luck. I'm like, I don't know. It is. But...
Kevin, I only date winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the kid did. I mean, Harriet put something in you that's just like, man, I'm doing this for somebody now, and
wow, that's beautiful.
I really put it on her.
Yeah, I think that's true. Me too. I just don't want to. You know, I saw definitely a difference in how your children treated you after the GERG was at your house. You know,
oh yeah,
it's just kind of it's hard to put your finger on it, but they talk to you a little bit different, you know, they listen to you a little less. So I can't risk that. I can't risk going through what you go through every day now, you know?
All right, moving on. When Eli gets his big show on Bravo, HGTV, or Sling TV, whatever it is, and he leaves us in his rear view, of the members in the league, who has the best chances of Eli keeping them as a friend? Then, who do we replace E with?
I think the second part of that question, I'll start with the second part because that's easiest. We just sub in Oxman. You know, Eli, other than fantasy, like does not follow sports at all. You know, Oxman doesn't follow sports. They're both kind of like nerdy and awkward, you know. So I think it's like it's a 1-for-1 replacement in that sense. And he was on ski team. I think that works. The first part is a little bit harder. Who would E keep in contact with? I mean, I think if it wasn't for fantasy, E would have cut me out already. I pretty much this interview is the most I've talked to Eli in like, you know, the last year. So I'm certainly not there. I would like to think regionally it would be like, you know, it'd be whoever's closest. But that would be Mikey, and he doesn't talk to Mikey either. So I don't know if there is an answer to this. I don't know if he would keep any of us. I think we might all just, you know, like, you know, 2 years from now, he's got like 140,000 Instagram followers, and you see him on the street, and he like doesn't even acknowledge you. You know, just like a complete erasure with like the smallest little bit of you know, fame under his belt. And we might just be gone. You know,
it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a Weston bro, somebody, but not us.
Well, I do agree, though. I think Eli and Oxman, they're pretty much a 1-for-1 equal trade.
Yeah.
I think Oxman was slightly faster on the hill, but I mean,
not slightly. Yeah, he's considerably faster. Yeah, I'll give him that. He definitely gets that one.
Gun to my head, I feel like maybe Josh, you would be the one he keeps in contact with because Annie just wouldn't let it go. Like she wouldn't allow herself to be let back, and so just by proxy, he would have to talk to you like whenever like Annie stalks him down and, you know, like makes him like be your friend. So it's probably you, honestly.
Yeah,
pretty good.
That's possible.
Yeah,
that's possible.
All right. Probably gonna still every week send me an invite to get on the vlog. I'll forever be your CBM.
It's like
vlog manager.
It's 6:25, and he's like, we'll give him a couple more minutes. That should be the third season in a row he hasn't made one of these, but let's just give him a couple more. I think maybe he's gonna come.
Maybe it depends on the network that picks him up too. I mean, if it's Sling TV, he might still just be like, low level star. So I think we might
for sure.
I think he's low level star either way.
It's my contract that I can't leave this league. All right, they have to make time for me to get my picks in, and for me to be, on every week's BaconCast.
That's important.
That's how I warm up. All right.
You have fans, right?
I get loose.
13 views last week.
13 views?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I didn't want to burst your bubble about that. I think I actually watched it twice, so I know you felt
it makes sense because you and I wouldn't watch it unless you go back and watch these, Josh.
I know.
So we got it all, man. Everyone
so that's probably everybody. That's great.
Might have been our best showing ever.
What is your thumbs up to thumbs down ratio?
Ooh, I bet there's at least one thumbs down.
Is that you, Kevin?
In fact, this episode, that's why I watched it. I watched it twice. I logged in just to downvote it when I didn't have time to watch it, just because it gives me an alert when he uploads it, and I like to give him a downvote like the moment it goes live, just to kind of get that shot. And then I watched it a few days later.
Yeah, right. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Any more questions for our guest today?
No, he's done enough damage today between the email and this. Yeah, I think he's had his fill. His cup's full.
All
right. Appreciate you guys doing this as always.
Yeah.
I would like the results of our picks announced at the top of the next one, please.
No, we'll save it for the very, very end.
Show that you dummies don't know anything.
So you gotta sneak through the whole thing. Find out how you did.
My secret is I listen to you guys on 1.5 speed. You can do that on YouTube, and then it just you fly through that thing. You sound like idiots, but I get used to it.
I think
we sound like idiots anyhow, so I'll take it.
That's what I mean. It's like really not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. See you, gang.
See you, bacon people.
Later, buddy.